Hi, my name is Brianna Attey Mouanjo. I'm from upstate New York. Most people just call me Bri. For most of my life, I was a brat. I'd say I was like friendly, but I also liked being by myself, which has changed over the years. Like I have a hard time being by myself now. Both of my parents are from Cameroon. I love listening to Afrobeats and like, you know, all those things. So it's something near and dear to my heart. I was always with my mom, like constantly. Like we were like two peas in a pod. So whenever anybody asks me like, oh, who's your role model? I usually say my mom. I love Michelle Obama, but I don't know Michelle Obama. But I know my mom. My mom passed in 2013. My dad had us move up to upstate New York, me and my sister and my grandma and I. I did not like it at first because I was like, why are we going out in the wilderness with all these people that, you know, that don't look like me? Being pigeonholed as like the token Black person was hard. Isolation is one of the biggest things. With my family coming up from, you know, a more urban area, it was just hard like navigating that. What also kind of like made it hard was of course not having my mom there. It took me a while to give myself grace when I was feeling grief because I didn't know how the waves would come in from time to time. Honestly, just getting involved in more things like, you know, clubs at school or like being around other people. It's like, you know, this is what is, so, you know, do what you will with the resources that you have. I started 4-H in junior year of high school. Learning about the program that I ended up joining, 4-H Unity, I have it on my shirt right here. Unity swag, it's a really great shirt, guys. It stands for Urban Neighborhoods Improved Through Youth. The objective of the program is to just give young people the resources they need in order to sort of uplift their communities. I immediately signed up because I was like, oh my gosh, like, you know, this is something that I'd love to do. I met my advisors a week before I did my first race and reconciliation workshop. Everything was sort of coming together, you know, the way that it needed to. Race and reconciliation, I started this project on the day of my 17th birthday. I would see my friends of color feel left out of different like spheres and social conversations. When I did my first workshop, I basically just had like an open conversation. What does race mean to you was usually the question that I asked preliminarily, just to open up the conversation. Every audience says different things, even though, you know, within the sphere of race, there's always inequity, diversity, inclusion that come into play. But when it comes to different people's experiences or people's lack of experiences, the best thing that you can do in order to help advocate for people of color, listening is one of the biggest things. Once I started my workshops, I just gave myself the freedom to be able to connect with other people. And now I have a space that I can utilize in order to make myself feel a part of the conversations. One principle that 4-H has given me, the idea of space, that for me now, like, space isn't limited, space is infinite. You just have to be willing to share that space.